Boys, UFC on ABC, Sandhagen versus Nurmagomedov just finished off, and I might not be the first one to upload this video. However, I am one of the only MMA YouTuber that consistently posts every single card, the matchmaking on every single winner, some losers, and who they should fight next. I haven't missed a card since I started uploading. That's a lot more than some of these other guys. So if you do like these rare matchmaking videos, leave a like on this video and subscribe. With that being said, this is a fun card, a little bit earlier than normal cards, but nonetheless, fun card. As you can see, we have every single winner, a few losers on this main card. We also got those prelims, but for right now, we're going to focus on that main card. Starting off, Umar Nurmagomedov got that decision win over Cory Sandhagen. And it's crazy that Cory Sandhagen just constantly switching stances, feinting, didn't win this fight. But it is what it is, I expected a little bit more out of Cory Sandhagen. I'm not gonna lie. I think it really exposed just how, I'm not gonna say how bad, because I think a lot of people overhyped Cory Sandhagen, me included. And just making that Chito Vera win of his look way worse and worse. But I think he got a little bit overhyped. I don't think he'll ever become a champion. I don't even know if he'll get a title shot, to be honest, in his career. Umar, I could definitely see become champion. If he does fight O'Malley next, I do think O'Malley should be the favorite. But right now, I don't think he deserves like an immediate title shot. To be honest, Deiveson Figueiredo is way more deserving of a title shot than Umar. And because of that, I think this boy needs to fight one more time. I want to see him against the loser of Sean O'Malley versus Merab, which I think is going to be Merab. So I want to see Umar Nurmagomedov taking on Merab Dvalishvili next. I think this would be a crazy fun matchup. Very similar styles. I think this would be a super competitive fight. And, to be honest, I would rather see this than like a Sean O'Malley fight, just because I think this fight would be so much more competitive than a Sean O'Malley fight. But moving down, the loser of that main event, we got Cory Sandhagen. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know who the hell to give Cory Sandhagen. I'm thinking of some rematches here and there. I'm thinking, maybe we give him a little bit of a break, let the division move up a little bit, but I don't know who to give him, so let's give him someone like a Henry Cejudo. Like I said, I really don't know who to give Cory, so please, guys, let me know in the comments below. Who should we match up Cory Sandhagen with? Because this is probably one of the hardest person to matchmake that I've had so far in a long time. I don't know who to put Cory Sandhagen up against next. I don't really like doing rematches, but we might have to give this man some sort of rematch with someone in this division. But moving down, we have Sharaputdin. I think Sharaputdin is going to be one of these fighters that people constantly hype up. But do I think he's going to become a champion? Absolutely not. Do I think he's going to be anywhere near championship like status? No, I think he'll be lucky if he can make it into like the top 10. I think he'll be very lucky to make it into the top 10, to be honest. I think he's someone like a worse version of like a Vettori. I know, and I don't think he'll be someone like a Vettori where he'll get title shots. I honestly don't think Sharaputdin's gonna have the most successful UFC career. I'm not gonna lie. Do I want to match him up with someone like a Anthony Hernandez, someone like a Joe Pyfer, a Bo Nickel? Not really. I'm not really, ready to see the downfall of this boy's career just about yet. Let's give him another fun matchup, a matchup that again should be standing. Again, another guy that was hyped up to be this next level prospect. Talking about Edmund Shabazian. I don't know if he's fighting anytime soon. I don't know if he's scheduled to fight. I know going into the prelims, there's some guys I matched up that already have fights, but win or lose, I still want them to fight these guys next. So if Shabazian is scheduled to fight anytime soon, win or lose, I think his next matchup should be Sharaputdin. But moving down the list, Deiveson Figueiredo looked really great out there. Coming up in weight, dropping someone like a Chito Vera. The level of a Deiveson Figueiredo is just next level, and it's so, I don't know why the UFC is doing this. This man was a 2-time champion. Yes, he did lose the belt regardless of his last title shot, but you would think he would have some sort of, better treatment going up in weight class. It's almost like they're treating him like an Aljo. Aljo has been forced to work to get another title shot in another division. I didn't know the UFC hated this man like this. People are saying, he needs one more fight. He needs one more fight for a title shot. And they're saying, yeah, give Umar the next title shot. I don't think that's what we should do. I want to see Deiveson Figueiredo against the winner of Merab versus O'Malley, which I've already said I think is going to be Sean O'Malley. So I want to see that one next. And yeah, to be honest, it's crazy looking at this now because there's a pathway where Sean O'Malley can become the bantamweight, you know, GOAT in the UFC. It's crazy to think about it, but there's definitely an avenue where I can see him doing that. Maybe I'll make a video on it. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to see that, because like I said, there's a strong possibility that in the near future, you know, we could see Sean O'Malley go down as bantamweight GOAT. But moving down, because to be honest, I would favor him even in that Umar fight. You know, Cory Sandhagen showed there's a lot of holes in Umar's game where someone like a Sean O'Malley that has finishing instinct could definitely like drop someone like an Umar. But that being said, he still has to get past Merab. It's gonna be a tough ask. I still think he's gonna knock out Merab. But moving down, we have Marlon Vera. You know, this fight should have been made a while ago. Both of these guys, slow starters. Both of these guys, you know, both of them on a little bit of a downfall. I believe Cheeto is more on a downfall than this other guy, but man, I'm talking about, let's see, Marlon Vera take on Peter Yan next. Put this at, you know, this might be too much of a quick turnaround. Wouldn't be mad seeing this fight at that Taporia card, but if that's too much of a short notice fight for Marlon Vera early next year, I wouldn't be mad about that. Moving down, Michel Chiesa, you know, I said, you know, I did say in my prediction videos, by the way, I did horrible on predictions. I believe I got Shara Bullet right, I got Deiveson Figueiredo right, I got Michel Chiesa right, and I think that's it on this main card. I did terrible, but regardless, Michel Chiesa freaking submitted a corpse of Tony Ferguson. It's honestly not even Tony Ferguson there anymore. He looks so slow that he has no speed to him anymore. It's so sad to see. He faked retiring. It is what it is. Michel Chiesa, let's match him up with someone very similar in the rankings. Both of these guys would be a fun stylistic matchup. Talking about Daniel Rodriguez coming off that fight over Kevin Gastelum where he missed weight. I wouldn't be mad about this one. Let's run this one early next year, last fight of the year type of card. Moving down, Tony Ferguson. There's only one real next matchup for Tony. That's just straight up retiring. This man, I wouldn't be mad if he does like the whole Khabib route and just becomes a coach and we see him coaching some of these upcoming guys. I wouldn't be mad about that. I hope that's the avenue that Tony goes with. There's no reason to continue fighting Tony. Talking about champ shit this, champ shit that. At the end of the day, how about you make some champs to take over the sport? If you really want to be like super petty against Khabib and you want to beat Khabib, you will never fight him in the octagon. You'll never fight him in any sort of competitive style one-on-one. There'll be no wrestling match. There'll be no boxing match. That will never ever happen. But what you can do is train the next upcoming star, the next upcoming champion to beat any of Khabib's like proteges, Islam Makhachev, Umar right here. You know, possibilities are endless. Let's pray, you know, it was the last one for Tony. Because at the end of the day, I don't know if there's like that many, if any, fights that Tony can actually win in the UFC, which is sad to say. Moving down, Mackenzie Dern surprisingly got it done. You know, I said in my prediction video is that Mackenzie Dern in the past like almost like 5-6, a lot of her fights, it was showing that she had like zero improvement in her game. Must have known I was gonna say that in a video or some shit, because she showed that she's been improving, especially in that stand-up game. She looked really good, way better than ever before, faster, stronger. Boxing just looked way better than before. Because of that, let's match her up. I think this is a fresh matchup, also a really fun stylistic matchup. I don't want to give her anyone higher in the rankings because she was on a decent losing streak, so give her someone like a Jillian Robertson. I think this would be a really fun matchup, especially when it hits the ground. And because of that, I think it's going to be more of like a stand-up game, because I think the ground game of both of these girls are just going to cancel each other out. And you know, another way for Mackenzie Dern to show off some of her new boxing skills. But let's keep moving down. Joel Alvarez got that KO win over Elvis Brenner in the very last round. A really fun matchup. This is probably one of the more fun fights of the card. I think we give him someone with a little bit of a name value. I don't want to give him someone like a Bobby Green, you know. I do want to see him back soon, but I don't want to give him someone super high up the rankings. Someone that still has somewhat of a name value. I'm talking about someone like a Grant Dawson. I think this would be a fun matchup. A decently good name value for Alvarez. If he can get past Grant Dawson, then we can talk about like an actual name value in that lightweight division. Until then, let's move down to those prelims. The prelims, I think I got maybe 1 or 2 right. I got Azamat right. I got Shamil Gaziev right. Guram right. And I think that's it. I did terrible on predictions, but let's keep moving down. Azamat, we're gonna run through the prelims because I noticed not that many people are super interested in the prelims, so just running through them fast. Let's match him up with Ryan Spann. Ryan Spann is scheduled to fight. I think it's Ovince St. Preux next. Win or lose for Ryan Spann, I think this would be a fun matchup. Fernandes also got it done. Let's give him someone like a Victor Martinez. Martinez on a little bit of a skid. Fernandes just ended his skid, I believe. So this would be a fun matchup. Pretty much like a make or break type of fight for Victor Martinez, because I do believe he's 0-2 in the UFC. Moving down, Shamil Gaziev. Let's get him someone close in the rankings, or I believe this guy might even be in the rankings. Talking about Rodrigo Nascimento. His last fight was against Derek Lewis. I think this would be a fun matchup. A good, fun matchup to get Shamil into the rankings. And, unless this guy can fix his cardio. Yes, he did look really good over there, but it was against Dontel Mays. Nothing too special. Third round, this man was huffing and puffing. So unless he can change his cardio, just train cardio nonstop, I don't think this guy's going to be much of anything in this heavyweight division. But moving down, Guram Kutateladze, got that win over Jordan. And, I was going to matchmake Jordan, but I don't know if he's going to stay in this lightweight division, if he's going to go down in weight. So we'll see. He did look really good out here though. Regardless, Guram got it done, taking that second and third round. Some people are saying it was a little bit of robbery. I think Guram won this fight. Regardless, let's match him up with Nasrat. I think this would be a fun matchup. Fresh matchup. Plus you have to remember, Guram, it's not like he's on a crazy winning streak. This guy has lost, I think, 2 in a row previous to this. Got dropped in this fight, so can't just reward him with someone up the rankings. I believe Nasrat is even below him in the ranking, but Nasrat's on a pretty decent win streak, so let's match these guys up next. Moving down, Sam Hughes, just got rid of another prospect in the women's MMA. It is what it is. Let's match her up with Mizuki Inoue. I don't know. I've never heard this girl before. I don't think I've ever seen a single one of her fights. They're just close in the rankings. That's why I matched them up. But moving down, Jai Herbert got a good win. Let's match him up with Borshev. I think this would be a super fun matchup. A very underrated matchup too. Close in the rankings. Borshev coming off that dominant loss against Chase Hooper. I think he should be ready to go probably, by the end of the year, early next year type of matchup. Moving down the last one. Sedriques Dumas, had a very stinky performance like usual. Let's match him up with someone who's on the main card. I'm talking about Michel Oleksiejczuk. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. I'm terrible with name pronunciations, but that's the whole UFC on ABC fight card. Every single winner, a few losers, their entire next fight match made. So let me know in the comments below. How did you like this one? How was this card? Because like I said in my prediction video, this is one of my most hyped up, anticipated fight cards of, this whole year. I think it delivered. There's some stinky performance here. I think we only had like 3 finishes. The whole card is practically nothing but decisions. It is what it is. And yeah, now we have to wait till like 2 weeks till we get a pay-per-view. Next week we have just a stinker Apex card, which is going to be great to watch. I'm so excited for that. But yeah, like I said, I'm like the only channel on YouTube that literally match makes every single card. So if you guys haven't yet, leave a like on this video, subscribe with those post notifications turned on, because we are on that goal to get to 1,000 subscribers. But there's really not that much else left to say, except for I will see you guys in my next video.